Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to day 3. Our theme today is Be the Witness. Let's go ahead and jump right in. By now, on day 3, you should already be preparing your space. That could be using your sage spray, using your aromatherapy. Maybe you're even using the mask to help shut out the environment around you, depending on your circumstance. Continue to prepare your space every time you sit down to meditate. This will help you, and you will have a better success rate. Okay, let's dive in. Close the eyes, jostle the jaw from side to side. Imagine resting your inner ears and outer eyes. Roll those shoulders up towards the ears for a moment, and down the back. Purposely fidget, open and close your hands, get comfy in your chair, lean back, but keep the crown of the head up towards the heavens, as if there's an imaginary string pulling you upwards. Let your sitting bones anchor down wherever they might be. Take your shoes off if you can. Good. Let's go ahead and start to breathe together. Take a breath in from the nose, nice and easy. And then slowly exhale the breath out. Hearing the breath, feeling the breath leave you. Breathe in, slowly inhaling from the nose. Filling yourself up as much as possible. Exhale out, breathing out from the mouth. Breathe in again, third one. Sip the breath into the body, into the chest, into the ribs, into the belly, into the low belly as best as you can. And again, slowly exhale out. Beautiful. Pause. Sweet. In today's meditation, we're going to explore the witness. This idea of the witness, or oftentimes what I like to call the observer. What we're doing with meditation is we're learning to have detachment. What that means is we're learning to remove ourselves from a story that might be happening in our outer environment that we might be participating in. By taking a seat and watching a story on screen, we're giving ourselves an opportunity to find greater perspective, so that when we step back into the story, we have greater wisdom. So, let's practice. Take a deep breath in from the nose. And again, doing your breath, slowly exhale out from the mouth. Good. 2 more times. But turn up the dial for your witness. Breathe in. Notice the breath moving from the nose, down the throat, into the chest, into the front of the chest or the ribs. Feel it moving maybe to the side ribs, down the belly, and maybe the pelvic bowl or the low belly. Slowly exhale out. Awesome. Again, do your best just to let the breath fluidly move in. Feel the breath and where it's moving in the body. This time, when you exhale out, really notice the breath leaving the body. Notice it emptying maybe from the low belly, the ribs, the chest, the upper shoulders, the throat, and out from the mouth. I'm going to encourage you to take 2 more cycles of breath here on your own. Notice. Be the witness to the breath. Notice how it feels to breathe into the body. Notice where the breath travels in the body. Notice the ease that gets created as you exhale more and more. Good. Take a moment and again, pause. You'll hear this word pause a lot. It's married to be the witness. In other words, it's the space in between everything. Same concept. We're sitting in a chair, watching a story before us, without getting involved in it. Or, if we are involved in it, this pause gives us a chance to breathe into it if we're triggered or bothered by something. And every exhale that leaves your body, what you're doing is you're literally giving yourself more perspective. You're releasing the emotional charges that could be attached to a story that might be going on, and you're literally letting go. You're surrendering, and you're allowing whatever is before you to be what it is. When we can do that, we can then step back into circumstances or situations and make decisions from a more responsive place versus reactive place. This is why the pause is so important. It's a chance where we get to reflect, to be at ease for a moment, or to find some ease when we may be going through a challenging time. So, take another deep breath in. Fill yourself up with your breath. Watch your breath. Notice where your breath is going. Breathe out. This time, as you're breathing out, think of the shoulders relaxing down the back more and more. Ease in your hands. Good, continue. A few more times at your own pace. Just notice the breath moving in. Notice where it travels to. Is it going up towards the crown of your head now, or down to the fingertips? As you exhale out, can you feel yourself emptying out more and more? In other words, can you feel yourself becoming more neutral? When you breathe in again, do your best this time to breathe to the crown of the head, to breathe to the fingertips, and to take all of that breath, or at least imagine the breath, moving into all of your body, down your legs, to the tips of your toes. This is known as a full body breath. Same concept. Slowly release out from the mouth. And then again, take a pause here. Just be. Great. Today is a day where we keep it really simple. Today is a day where I get to remind you how important it is to breathe and how the breath is the bridge to the mind and the body. So today, I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to breathe more. If you notice your shoulders coming up to the ears or that you get tension into the body when certain circumstances come before you, breathe. Breathe in from the nose. Breathe out from the mouth. And if you're not in a place where you can feel comfortable enough to breathe out from your mouth, eventually go to another room or pull yourself from wherever you are and give yourself that break. This is part of your responsibility or your ability to respond to your self-care. So breathe. Feel that breath move in and feel that breath move out. And let it free you. Let it support you to be the witness so that you can eventually step back in and be more neutral. We'll go ahead and take one more cycle of breath together. Breathe in, full body breath. Breathe to the crown of the head. Breathe to the fingertips and breathe all the way to the toes. Exhale out. Feeling more ease in your bones, in your hands and your feet. More ease in the shoulders and an open jawline. I'll encourage you to remain here as long as you need to. Breathe a few more times as needed. Give yourself the space that you need to find more neutrality. Thank you for sharing this moment, and thank you for doing this work. Have an amazing day. Namaste.